Now, we didn't only win, we won big. For the 5 states, I am so honored. This was, to me, our biggest night because it shows such diversity. So, thank you very much.
What a great night. Let's win the nomination, and in July, let's return as a unified party.
This campaign is not just about electing a president. It is about transforming our nation.
Tonight, this campaign moves back to more favorable terrain.
And now you have a sense of what happened last night. Without maybe you had something going on last night, maybe not as good as Willie. That is Willie Robertson of Duck Dynasty fame, Fox News contributor, and he's with 2 very important people in this order. Your wife and Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah, it was quite a night.
What did you do? You got a call to leave Fox and go over and hang out at Trump Tower?
Actually, yeah, I was having dinner with Trump Jr. and he said,
Trump
"Do you want
Jr.
to?" Yeah, he said, "Do you want to come over and hang out? Dad's going to give a speech." I was like, "Oh, heck yeah!" But I had to come back to Fox, so I said at some point I have to step out.
But you were on stage. How do you?
I was on stage. Well, Mr. Trump said, "When you got to go, just go." And so I was trying to wait for that moment and politely step out with all the cameras watching.
You had to come back to the studio to be on with Sean Hannity last night.
And they saw me there and were like, "He's supposed to be here."
Were you scared when you dipped out you were going to dip out at the wrong moment?
I did. I thought, he would say something and then I would dip out and that everybody talking about how I disagreed with something he said, and I left at that moment.
I know that was last night, but isn't that the same shirt and bandana you're wearing today?
Incorrect. It's a different bandana, and this shirt is different as well.
It looks
I bought all these shirts here, and like yesterday, I had to go down to the store because I left all my button-up
Where does
fancy
Willie
shirts.
shop?
I was at the Gap.
Right,
close to the hotel. And I went in and grabbed, and I told my wife, she was like, "Oh, let's go look for shirts." I said, "No, we're going to make this as quick as..." I went 1, 2, 3, we're good.
That's the way I need to start traveling. You don't have to pack a bag. You just go and you buy everything there.
You just buy when you get there.
Well, what do you think? Obviously, you like Donald Trump. You were at his victory party last night. John Kasich had a very bad night. Ted Cruz had a very bad night. Donald Trump was on this program earlier saying it's time for them to cash in their chips and get out.
I think so. I think they made a big mistake with this whole, when they came together and then start picking states you're going to not go to. I think he would have had to play it perfectly to beat Trump, and I just think it was a bad play. It made him look weak.
What does your dad think about all this? Because I know he's been
very
public about being a Cruz supporter.
I called last night because I was on the TV, and so I was like, "Oh, Dad's going to watch this. It's going to be tough," because I get to gloat a little bit about...
You came out for Trump.
I did, and so, and I called, and Mom said he had already went to bed. So I missed my moment.
Good night to turn in early.
I missed my moment with my father.
Willie, I thought it was just amazing. If you look back, and I know it's not over, Ted Cruz lost it in the South. I mean, in March 3rd, when he was not able to, with the evangelicals, where he thought he'd dominate, it's Donald Trump. So now in the Northeast, where he tend to do well. What happened in the South?
He just didn't come across. I don't know. He got Phil, so he got one guy in the South.
Right. But why does a rich guy from the Northeast resonate in the South?
I think because people all over, not just the South, but people want a change. I think this is the people saying, we want something different from both sides. We want something totally different. Blow it up, change it up.
But isn't Ted Cruz also an outsider?
To me, well, he's a senator, so he doesn't seem like an out. He's still in the system. But to me, I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get along. Was it just going to be more gridlock? Was it going to be more, is he going to just
make his stance? You mean because he didn't get along with the people he worked with?
Called
Mitch McConnell a liar?
Right. I don't think he got along with anybody. And say what you want about Mr. Trump, I feel like he can work with people. You're not a successful business guy in New York City like he is without getting along with a lot of different people, right? So I may have a hard time up here in New York.
You and I have a lot of mutual friends. We have Steve and Brian. We have Sean Hannity, a few others here at Fox that we're friends with, but also Tim Tebow. I know your family's very close with him. I've seen you at the event several times. This year, I ran into Jason Missy on the red carpet and got a chance to ask him a few questions. Take a listen.
It's weird at the dinner table because Phil's kind of pitching everybody to vote for Cruz, and Willie's
speaking for everyone.
Yeah.
Like he does.
Willie's doing the same thing, and so it's kind of made for some fiery meals. But I kind of like it because I'm getting away all the options.
It's a blue shirt.
He's talking about the conversation about politics at the dinner table. What is that like when you have, opposing views?
Sometimes it ends up a food fight. It gets ugly. No, it's, we all have different opinions, and
that's like a lot of families.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a lot of families, especially my wife and I have had many a conversation about politics. And
she doesn't support.
Right now, she's still trying to figure out where she's at.
Okay.
So,
just real quick about
she's asleep. So
about
okay.
the party last night. When Steve and I have parties, celebrations, and we have so many victories, we drink. We're hanging out until 2 or 3 in the morning. The Trumps don't drink. So what is the party like? No, there's no liquor.
I don't know where that energy comes from, but there's a lot of energy over there in that camp. So I don't know. I guess it's that New York attitude and charisma.
Yeah.
Got it.
Now, you, the way Brian introduced you, you were a Fox News contributor. You got a podcast now?
I have a podcast, yeah.
Tell us about that.
I'm all set up. I'm just trying to be like Brian. I got my little things in my microphone.
It's a long line trying to be like me. Tell me what it's like.
It's incredible. I've learned a lot about different people. I interview people in the family, my friends, celebrities. So, yeah, just got it started.
Is it daily?
Weekly.
So where can we find it?
Weekly. It's on Fox Radio. Yeah, Fox Radio.
FoxNewsRadio.com.
Right, yeah.
Fantastic. Willie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
So tomorrow I'll see you in another shirt kind of like this.
You need to go back and watch the footage because I have a totally different outfit on. Not all plaids are the same.
Okay. Heather, doesn't it look like the same shirt?
Heather?
No, it's a different shirt.
And I'm just glad to hear you're not shopping at Saks, that you shopped at the Gap.
Absolutely.
I thought that too.
They're all right across the street.